are going to do our Rocket League power rankings after the Boston RLCS 2026 Major. Congratulations to Gentlemates for winning it. I have modified one of codyvrl's Excel spreadsheets here to do a team ranking. So let's see how this goes for the first time. I think without further ado, let's put the team that won it in the number one spot. I mean, it looked like Nas was playing a different game from everyone. It looked like Oski was setting him up. It looked like Oski, Nas were a dynamic duo. Archie was kind of just sitting back and watching it happen, doing what he needed to do, when and where, but he didn't need to do much. Most of it was being taken care of. Gentlemates victorious and well deserved. So Gentlemates is in the number one spot. We have another EU team in the number two spot. Vitality. I don't know what happened over the last month, but they look different in this major compared to what we've seen in the opens, in the qualifiers, whatever. Exotic was playing out of his mind. Stizzy was doing what he needed to, and Zen was being Zen. So Vitality in the number two spot. Then we got NRG in the number three spot. I think Daniel, Beast Mode, and Atomic showed why they're still class. They're still in the top 4 teams in the world. Went out in semis. Didn't have the final result that they wanted, but they had a good tournament. A few things to work on, and they'll be back. But who is number 4? I got Carmine as my number 4 team in the world right now. I think it's close between these 3 teams. Right now, I think you could interchange them in any one which way, but Carmine is number 4. Vatira, Tao, always going to pop off. Such consistent players. Juicy's kind of the wild card for me. I thought he had a good land, but I didn't think he was anything to write home about, so we'll see what happens. But Carmine in the number 4 spot. In the number 5 spot for me, we have the Falcons. I think these guys are just scratching the surface. Drawley looked pretty pissed after one of their series. There's a meme going around with one of his looks. And I don't know, there seems to be a little disconnect between the Twins and Drawley, but we'll see if they can figure it out. I have them at 5 in the world right now. Number 6 in the world right now, I have GK. I think they showed, making it out of their group, that they're still a good team. I don't think their ranking really represented where their true skill level was, or where their ceiling was, at least. And you got 2 veterans of the scene in Joyo and Appjack, plus Seiko, actually. 3 veterans to really push through in desperate moments and in clutch times. So GK is number 6 on the list for me. Number 7 here. I keep typing thinking it's one of the other lists, but we're going to go shop with number 7 here. And I think this is kind of where they belong. I think they would have a tough time beating any of the teams above them in a series. However, they consistently make top 8s, top 6. Never really seem to push that door. LJ, First Killer, Kofer. We'll see what they can do throughout the rest of the year, but I have them as the 7th ranked team in the world right now. This is shocking me based on what happened in this major. I thought Twisted Minds would have been up here in the 4, 5, 6 range, but Twisted Minds not making out of their group. I can't really say too much more than that. You got Nupo, TRK, who I really respect, Monkey Moon. I don't know. I had them coming out of their group, so curious to see what happens if there's a roster change or what happens, but yeah, this one was just a head scratcher. So Twisted Minds coming in at number 8. We got Furia over here at number 9. I think they had a tough group as well. B and C were both tough groups. Furia beating the Falcons. I don't know. It's just, I got so much respect for Yans, and I think Swift needs to find his footing on that team. I think he still kind of can look lost out there, but I got Furia as number 9 right now. Coming in at number 10, I got Ninjas in Pajamas. Making it to top 8 was cool. Making it out of their group, but however, they had one of the easier groups in Group A, and I think if they were in Group B or C, they wouldn't have made it out. So it's tough to put them up with the top echelon up there, but they had a good showing. I think they have another level that they can reach, but right now I can't put them any higher than 10. And let's see, number 11 on the list for me is actually going to be these newcomers to the scene, Virtus Pro, formerly known as Redacted. We got Wavy, Two Piece, and Talk. I think Talk showed his inexperience at this LAN. We all know how good he is. Online, he's been incredible. However, I think we will see him get better and better throughout the season. Two Piece was one of their standout players. Wavy played great. You saw his 1v1 knowledge and experience come through in a lot of 50s and a lot of situations, but Virtus Pro wanting to crack that top 10 moving throughout the season here. On to number 12. We're getting down there, but on to number 12. I actually am going to have Man City as my 12th ranked team in the world right now. I think they are playing the toughest competition in the world in EU and almost qualifying for this major over GK. You got to give them some respect. So I think Man City is my number 12 ranked team in the world right now. On to number 13. I'm going to put MIBR as my number 13th ranked team in the world. They had a pretty good showing in their group. There was a chance that they could get out if they upset Gentlemates. But MIBR pushed shop and took care of TSM pretty easily. I think they are some serious contenders in that region. We'll see if they can start creeping up into being top 8 material in international competition. But right now I have them as the 13th ranked team in the world. Number 14 for me is going to be SSG, who had one of the most disappointing LANs that I've come to remember from SSG in a long time. I know they had a tough group, but they just did not look very good in any of their series, and I don't know if there's going to be a roster change or what's going to happen, but I think they got to continue to try to build around Reveal. Maybe keep Chronic. I don't know if Diaz and fits with that team, but we'll see what happens with Space Station. But right now I can't put him any higher than 14. And for my 15th ranked team in the world, we have Power. Power looked decent against NRG. Power looked decent against NIP. I don't really know too much about them. I know that they qualified over Wildcard, so we'll see what we'll see what power, if power makes it to the other majors or if wildcard does. But right now I got him 15. And that is my top 15. Gentlemates, Vitality, NRG, Carmine, Falcons, GK, Rebellion, Twisted, Furia, Ninjas, Virtus, Man City, MIBR, Space Station, Power. And if you wanted me to do 16 through 20, this is how I would have them. I would have R8 and 16. I would have Wildcard in 17. I would have Foot in 18. I would have Genji in 19. And I would either have Secret or Magnifico. We'll go Secret in 20. And that would be my top 20. Alright. That is my top 20 power rankings for RLCS teams after the Boston Major 2026. See you in the next one.